Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, and it's a beautiful day. Well, there are some threatening dark clouds on the horizon there, and it's really cold. It's freezing cold, but that kind of wakes you up and makes you brisk. So I guess it's still okay to say it's a beautiful day. And what is going on this week? I'm still working on my on these extra chapters I have to write for the new book about language, about the English language written in German. And I'm running late on them. I think there's an unopened email from my partner publisher. And I don't think it's about the deadline, but I think it's but it's getting close. So I gotta get this finished. I hope I can get the 3 new chapters finished this week. That would be really good. And what else? Oh, I want to have my first doctor's appointment for a possible adult ADHD. That is, I once went to a therapist, and among other things, we talked about, that I have, that I have 100 different projects going at the same time, and I never finish them, or I seldom finish them without a real deadline. I'm procrastinating, and that's something that all writers do. But she thought, you kind of do it more than usual, and it's kind of a lot. Maybe you should go ask a doctor whether you have ADHD, adult ADHD. So I looked it up in the internet and found that I do have a lot of symptoms. If they're symptoms, they're just, what's the difference between a symptom and a bad habit, right? But they could be symptoms. I don't have all, but I have a number, and it's really, and the older I get, the more difficult it is to finish the things I'm starting. I have, several books that are unfinished, and I go to the next question, the next great idea, and I half write that, and I forget the ones that are half unfinished, and never get around to finishing them, which is self-defeating behavior, of course, and Germans have a great word for it, Verzettelung. Verzettelung. Ver is the prefix that means bad, and settle is notes, taking notes. And I literally do live from, cards that I write down what I got to do every day, what I got to do the next day. And then, I forget them, but I have a whole stack of them, and they all contradict each other, and they all repeat each other. And so Verzettelung is where you're living a life going from, looking at one note to the other, and your computer and your wall is filled with different notes. And that's Verzettelung. It's a great German word, and it describes my life perfectly. So today, I've been struggling, in the German system is sometimes it's hard to get an appointment, sometimes it's hard to get in, doctors are often underpaid, so it's not the, it's not the thing that there are often not enough doctors to go around, and so I've begun the system, taking my therapist, though it was a couple of years ago, taking her seriously, and I've begun the system of starting to try to get a diagnosis whether I have adult ADHD or not. And the first thing I have to do is go to my general practitioner, my normal doctor, and she has to write me a recommendation. And so I have to convince her to get me a recommendation and some doctor that she knows that can maybe diagnose it. And if it is diagnosed, I can get drugs, which I hope will save my life at least feel good. I mean, drugs. Even if they ruin your life, you feel good doing it. And or if I get a negative diagnosis, then I'll just know I'm doing all this self-defeating behavior just because I'm an asshole, and that's positive to someone who knows to tell you, so oh, now I know I'm just an asshole. So we'll see about that. This week the process starts. We'll see. I will keep you informed, since I guess now that I've said it, I might as well keep it up and tell you what happens. Anyway, so that's my week. That'll be my week. I hope it's a productive week. I hope I get these things finished, especially those 3 new chapters. I hope you do too. I hope you all have a really good, productive week. Remember to enjoy it along the way. That's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, man. Go out to a park and eat a hamburger or an ice cream, or I don't know, whatever it is you do, have some joy. I'm going to try to do that. That's one of my goals for this week, to have a little joy in my life. And I wish that to you too. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.